Alright guys, welcome back. We are picking up right where we left off last time before the servers went down for some maintenance. We had found Rackmore's log. Yes, Rackmore. Rackmore. I am Ulysses Rackmore, captain of the Gallant. Gallant? Gallant? One of those words that I've often read in books but never heard spoken aloud. And this is the log of the last few days of my doomed ship. We were sailing to Feathermoon Stronghold with a shipment of supplies when Naga stormed the sides of the Gallant. We drove them back, but we knew they'd return. Fearing the loss of my most precious belongings, I steered the Gallant into an island off the coast of Desolace. One with old Night Elf ruins, and there I left my treasure chest. We know right where this is. Rackmore's log tells of how his ship was sailing for Feather... Yep, we just read all this. Oh, we can get a shield we don't need. Find Rackmore's silver key, find Rackmore's golden key, find and open the chest. To prevent his treasure from falling into enemy hands, he hid his chest. To open the chest requires 2 keys. These keys were lost. This isn't the same quest, or is it? I guess... yeah. Let's consult the quest log, shall we? See, this is not the same quest. This is really weird. I don't know if maybe these two quests... Oh. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I'm looking at the game world. I'm not totally zoning in on the quest boxes and not observing my environment at all. That's not what's happening. So we have 2 separate things going on here. Here is the Cardinal Shipwreck. I guess I didn't expect there to be 2 different things going on right next to each other. You notice the chest does not seem to have any water damage. The second thing you notice is that the top has been forced open and whatever magical traps were set to safeguard it have long been triggered. This much is obvious from the burn marks around the edges. You take a few moments to figure out what pried the chest open, and you notice along the sides and top of the chest long, deep scratches that reveal that something other than a man or giant took interest in it. The marks don't appear as if they were caused by dagger or sword. After going through the chest, you find it to be completely empty. Not having another course of action, you close the chest and prepare to leave. Keldrig will be disappointed. Okay, so we do have to go back to him for this one. Okay. Great. Now we are on track.
Talk to me.
So tell me what you found. What? Nothing? An empty chest ain't gonna get us paid, I'm afraid. Tell me more about these marks you saw, these slashes. Intriguing. Well, we might not be without hope quite yet. Along that same coast, but to the north, near Ranasgar Isle, there are Night Elf ruins at the bottom of the ocean. A tribe of Naga, the Slitherblade even, make that their home. I think that'd be our best bet. If a scouting party went that far south, then they must have been pretty powerful. If you're gonna find Cardinal's belongings, I'd start with the more powerful Naga, the Tide Hunters or Sea Witches.
Watch your back.
Okay. Great.
How are you?
And then the next part of the reagents quest. Next on Left Witch's list is, let's see, oh here it is, simple enough, but pretty explicit in his directions. He needs venom from the Scorpilash, and hide from some Kodo. The fine print says both are from specific creatures. The venom's got to come from any of the Scorpashi? Any of the Scorpashi. And the hide's got to come from an aged Kodo, not the dying or ancient ones. So Scorpashi Venom and 3 aged Kodo hides.
Off with you.
Whoops. That was the wrong key. There we go. Okay. So we're tracking that. I don't really know where the aged Kodo are. I feel like we've ran into plenty of scorpions. Oh, and we did hit level 38. I have been previously going just more into tactical mastery. Again, I don't really see what the point is of doing this. I could put a point or many points into X specialization, but the moment I get a sword or a mace that's much better, I'm gonna want to respec, and we can't afford to be respecking every time we get a different weapon. So I would see, like, if I had pre-bis, if I had my pre-bis, then it makes sense if I was going DPS. And then obviously when you have your best in slot, then yeah, you would go into one of these, but prior to that, I can't justify doing it. Especially when we spend a lot of time tanking, I feel like it's more useful for us to have tactical mastery and get anger management. So I'm going to do that. And that's how we're going to do it. And if you don't like it, I respect that, but it's not going to change my mind. So is this the Scorpashi snap? Is this what we're looking for? Scorpashi Venom. Well, let's just fight some and see. It's a green quest, and these guys are actually... they're level 30, so no kill experience. We'll kill a couple of these and see if we get it. These might not be the ones we need. And we are slowly going to work our way over to Thunder Axe Fortress. I do want to head over there first. Okay, good. So any of these scorpions will do just fine. The aged Kodo are probably going to be more difficult to locate. At least the drop rate doesn't seem awful, because no kill experience always feels bad. I realized today that we are like past or at episode 50 now. It's been a really quick. It's just felt like time has gone by really quickly. Like, to think that we have already been playing the Season of Mastery that much is kind of hard to conceive of. But I guess that's what happened. Time kind of got away from me over the holidays and. And obviously when we started out, I was putting out a lot more episodes a day just to keep abreast of things. Now that we're pretty deep into things, I feel a lot better kind of tailoring the content to stuff that I think is interesting, as opposed to recording every grind quest that there is. And just, you know, instead of having 4 videos a day like we were doing for a while, just having 2 solid videos a day that are a little bit more interesting, than, you know, killing 40 raptors of different shades of color in Stranglethorn for 3 hours. Or sitting on bodies at the Curzon compound until they respawn, killing the same commando 9 times. Which is literally a thing that happened to me. It was when I was doing that I decided that some of the grindy stuff I was no longer going to record. And I was just going to play through. Because there's a big difference to me, like when I'm enjoying something, you guys are probably more likely to be enjoying it too. And if I'm just sitting there bitching about the respawn rate the whole time, you know, or having to camp bodies, if all I'm doing is complaining, then that's not going to be a good time for any of us. Well, we stumbled onto some aged Kodos. I wonder if they're going to call for help from like the other Kodos. Damn, these things are huge. Look at this. It's like you get to this level where you start to take on more and more massive things, and I always remember back in the day being like really impressed when I could handle like a beast this size. Obviously, like, only the level matters, right? But yeah, you start to encounter larger things. Aren't there Tyrannosauruses in Ungoro? Man, I'd love to go to Ungoro. Haven't been to Ungoro at all in Classic, so I'd love to go to Ungoro. I would not know any of those quests. And that would be a really cool place to see eventually. I don't even know how much there is for the Alliance to do in Ungoro, to be honest. I feel like we could start fighting these guys, but I think I have to make my way to a specific tower. One of the watchtowers. Okay, so maybe they don't mean inside the keep itself. Studies the scepter from atop one of the Thunder Axe watchtowers. To me, a watchtower is outside of the town. I mean, you could have a watchtower inside. This is definitely some kind of watchtower. I want to fight our way up here. We had another aged Kodo down here, but I lost track of him. If you can believe that we can lose track of something so large so quickly, I did. Kind of wish we had a kill quest for these guys too, but take what we can get. Hi, hello there. Some of these guys as well, now that we're level 38, these guys are not worth any experience, so we're probably cutting it pretty close on this quest as far as getting its full experience from it or not. It's fine, we don't need to use charge. These guys are so weak, it really doesn't matter. I didn't know they had humans. Guess I don't know much about the Burning Blade. For some reason I thought they were predominantly orcs. Okay, so this tower is clear. These other buildings don't really strike me as watchtowers, but I am kind of worried that if we don't check this one... well, let's try to work our way inside. We could probably avoid a lot of these guys. We don't have to fight everything on the way in. They're not going to be too quick to jump on us. And yeah, there's definitely some watchtower-esque buildings over here as well. So let's aim for those. Oh, I'd love to do a rogue playthrough too. Maybe I know I said next season maybe we do a shaman, but maybe I think rogue is kind of on the top of my list. We did the rogue hard mode, and that was a lot of fun. I had so much more fun on that Night Elf rogue than I thought I was gonna have going into it. That was a good time. Alright, up the watchtower we go. We have been told watchtower, so we're going to investigate every tower-like structure that goes up. If it doesn't have it upstairs that we can access, I'm not going to count it as a watchtower, so I hope that pans out. Some of these guys are green, so we'll get a little bit of kill experience. Just not a ton. Okay, well, we pulled a little bit more than we would want, ideally, so we'll do retaliation and sweeping strikes. And get some cleave damage going on here. Okay, that they actually went down really quickly after all that, so... Oh, there it is! Scepter of Light! Well, that was actually remarkably and kind of sadly easy, because now we can just jump out of the place and maybe we never have to go back. Alright, well, hey, our theory worked out. We were really efficient, we checked the towers, and we were right, and we found the item really quickly, so after all the fumbling we did with the chest quest and Rackmore's treasure, I'm glad this one worked out smoothly. Otherwise, there will be a vote of no confidence in the Senate, I'm sure. Let's head back over here to the tower, we'll turn this in. I'm kind of thinking maybe he'll have a follow-up for us. That would be nice. Got a raging thunder lizard there, but it's not an aged Kodo, so... It was kind of funny today, you know, we're so deep into the season of Mastery now, I feel like things are going really well, and I kind of thought, hey, I think I have some time and some mental bandwidth to, you know, have a second game going. And I thought, you know, maybe I'll go back to New World. They've done a lot of fixes to their game. They've added a bunch of new content to their game. They're actively working on making the game a better place for players. And the US East servers were all offline when I tried to play. And they were the only ones that were offline. US West were up, all the other ones were up. But the servers where I have my character housed were down. I'm like, well, I don't know if that's a sign specifically, but it was a bummer. I know, I feel like New World kind of floundered a little bit because it did have a lot of bugs that really affected the communities. There were gold bugs where people could basically get infinite gold. There were infinite experience bugs that you could take advantage of, and all kinds of imbalance with the PvP and how that worked. So, you know, I see that they're trying to continue to make the game better, and that's great. I feel like they're going to get there, but I just worry about how much initial interest they shed just from the issues that the game had on launch that, you know, 6 more months of development maybe could have made the difference. Can't rush an MMO out the door. The elusive Scepter of Light. Your acquisition of it has removed a grave threat to the world. Well done. Well done. Well, that's cool. We did something significant that no one will ever know about. Book of the Ancients. I entrust you with the Gem of the Serpent. Place this gem on the serpent statue's hand on Ranajar. I'm never going to say this right. Ranajar. Ranajar. Let's go with Ranajar. Place this gem on the serpent's statue's hand on Ranajar Isle, a small island northwest of here. Placing it will summon the one who protects the Book of the Ancients. This book contains the secrets of the Naga, secrets that have been kept for centuries. Bring this book to me, and we will learn much about our scaled foes. Is this guy setting us up, or is he actually, like, the good guy here? Well, we get a shoulder upgrade, so that's cool. Well, agility and stam? Yeah, I'll take agility and stam, I think, over stam and spirits. It's more armor. It's a different look, so yeah, we're going to take it. Okay. Alright. So now we have the item to clicky the thing. We need to fight the Naga that we were erroneously trying to fight before. And the chest. So we have 3 different things to be doing over there. Can we track all of them? Alright, there we go. So we need the satchel, the book, and the 2 keys. I always have so much fun when I'm doing new quests in new areas in WoW Classic. That's how I know that Classic Plus would work. That's how I know that if they just made new zones and new quest content with new storylines and put them into this world, that they'd have a great game. that could continue to grow for years and years to come. That wouldn't have to be tied to whatever the hell is going on in retail that a lot of people don't like and might never like again. Because yeah, every time I come into an area like this, it's just new to me and it's still really good. So yeah, Classic Plus. Maybe someday. I realize this is a little bit of a long swim. I could probably edit some of it out, but I'm going to be there in like 30 more seconds, and I guess I should kind of be looking underwater as we get closer. I think some of the witches and tide hunters can spawn a little bit out. And they definitely share spawns with the myrmidons and the ones that we don't need, so probably want to just kill any that we can, even if they're swimming around. Sorceress, a warrior. That's the first warrior that I've seen out here. Not really seeing any Naga anywhere closer to the island underwater here. Other times it would pay to be a shaman. You know, we could have water walking. That would be really cool. Water walking. I think they have underwater breathing. Alright, so now we can pick up this chest that I way overthought. Instead of thinking to myself, maybe there's a different quest, I way overthought this chest. Oh yeah, okay, but we need the keys first, so let's just start killing stuff. It's gonna be our best bet here. We can come over here and click on the statue. Not really sure what it's gonna spawn if we do that. Hopefully not an elite, since we don't have retaliation up. I probably overreacted a little bit when I used that. Probably could have handled them with just sweeping strikes and a potion. Yeah, all these oracles and sorceresses, I don't know if they can drop the other items or not. I don't know if maybe the keys are going to be something that we find laying on the ground, or if we're going to get them as drops. I'm going to click this now just to see what happens, and if we can't handle it, we can run away from whatever it is. Okay. Alright, it's not an elite, so that's good. Lord Kregaru. It's looking quite beefy. But ultimately not a big challenge, and there we have the Book of the Ancients. Well, this has the potential to get a little bit grindy, I think. Since we now need the keys and the satchel to drop. I'm really hoping the keys are going to drop off of some of these guys. That's what I'm assuming. Otherwise, we have to be looking at the environment in a lot closer detail to see if there's anything to pick up. Oh, well, if I were paying attention, I would see that we've already looted the gold key. Very nice. Very nice. Well, that's good. So it seems like the other types of Naga that spawn can just drop the keys. So let's just keep killing them and hope for the best. Yeah, my biggest ask for this is that there would just be some more enemy spawns here, because they're asking us to do a few different quests, so it's just a very small little island. It seems bigger on the map than it is, you know, like that's going to be a decently sized island, but no, it's really small. We might as well go out here for the sorceress while we wait for things back on land to respawn. Guess I should grab that strangle kelp. We do need it for our agility potion, which is actually one of the things that we can craft right now for skill ups. Let's go down here and we'll fight this other myrmidon and we'll grab the strangle kelp. Let's not go down quite yet though. Let's get some air first and be a little bit smarter about this. For some reason it had slipped my mind that we actually need strangle kelp at this level. I don't know why. It seemed like maybe it was something we didn't need anymore, but we definitely need it. And then in not too long I'm going to have to figure out or simply look up where we're going to learn the next rank of alchemy. Yeah, we haven't really been able to fight many of the ones that can drop the satchel, so this could be a little while. So they just don't really spawn enough on the land or in the water. And grouping up wouldn't matter too much because we both can't loot the items, I don't think. We have to get our own drops. So I don't think grouping up is the answer, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's not. Here we go, the Tide Hunter is one of the ones that has a chance at dropping the Cardinal Satchel. Well, that's very smart of him. Not sure why I bandaged there. I thought we were low on health for some reason. Maybe we caught a heal from somebody. Yeah, because we should have been low on health. Maybe we caught a heal. Well, the second key is proving much more difficult to find than the first key. It probably all does boil down to what types of these guys are spawning and which ones we're killing. Yeah, see, that's the other worrying thing, is like I wouldn't really mind grinding here for a while, but we are running out of bag space. And man, Gildan just hooked us up with 2 new Mage Weave bags too. And we are just not treating that space correctly. We are just abusing our bags by not emptying them out. I've been pretty good up until this point at remembering to do that, but yeah, this time I kind of dropped the ball. And now we might be out here for a little while fighting these guys, and I'm doubtless going to have to leave some stuff on the ground as a result. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely going for that Strangle Kelp after we get some air. We could probably fight these guys. Let's go down and try to get the Strangle Kelp first. We might have to fight the Myrmidon that's nearby. I think we have enough time to do both if we're quick about killing him. Excuse me. All right, let's get some air before we take this guy on. Maybe we just pull him up to the surface. It's not a bad idea. Let's get a quick bandage in, since we can do that in the water, and then we'll go for this razor tail. Yeah, see, they're fighting the ones that we need. The sea witches. I need to grab this other sea witch, I think. Have to get a tag on this one. We need a chance to get the satchel. If we don't fight any of these guys, then the probability of us getting the item is exactly 0. So let's do this. We'll pop a potion now just to keep our health where it needs to be. There we go, that worked out okay. Some kind of gloves of the owl. Geomancer's gloves of the owl, very nice. Put those in the auction house, I think. Oh, I forgot, guys, we can equip our legs. Do they look different now? That's the question. Yeah, they look different now. We're no longer basically bare from the waist down. Let's show the armor off for a bit. It's coming together. It's looking better. There we go. Now we're actually covered up for the first time in a while. Having the tabard in the bags though right now, not a good idea. Just gonna take up a slot. Yeah, I mean, that's 20 additional strength that we didn't have before. We're probably going to be able to feel that in our kill rate. That's a lot of stat for one piece of gear. I think I'm going to wait until we're level 39 or 40 to do Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. I think that would be a good time to do that. We could probably get away with doing it now, it just might be a little bit premature. I don't like not being able to successfully hit the bosses because they're too high of a level. It's never a good feeling as a tank. Well, we have been slowed, but like this is an intense slow. I guess I didn't realize that slow would be that slow. That felt a lot more like a route than anything else. Yeah, we're getting some pretty big crits, so... Well guys, I feel like this could take any amount of time, honestly. We could get it in our next couple of kills. I could be here for a half hour killing these things. So I'm going to cut out now. And hopefully I'll just be able to cut back in once we've gotten the items we need. We can get back, we can turn these quests in. And then we have a few other things that we can work on here in Desolace as well. I'm having a lot of fun here. I just think that this is one of those drop rates that's going to take a little while. So I'm going to try to stick around here and grind it out. And then I will see you guys when I accomplish that. So, as it turns out, I did eventually have to consult Wowhead. And the Naga don't drop the other key. They drop the gold key. They don't drop the silver key. The things that drop the silver key are these dry snap pincers here. And you can find these down around the old shipwreck where we found the boat. And the original chest and the book. We're gonna run out of breath here. But yeah, so now we have both keys. Even for all the Naga that I did kill running around the island for a while, I never found the satchel. So we are still gonna have to find that. I do want to head back over to the tower though, and let's turn in the quest that we have, the book that we got, to the human mage over here in the tower. But yeah, looking at the quest for the silver key, attacked by seafaring creatures. 2 keys, silver and gold, the keys were lost. It doesn't tell you anywhere in the quest. It says seafaring creatures, so plural I guess was the tip-off here that it wasn't going to be just Naga. But yeah, we got it, so we'll turn this one in, then we'll head back to the island and we'll pop the chest open. And then I still have to hunt Tide Hunters and Witches for Carnital's Satchel, which apparently just has maybe one of the worst drop rates in the game. Or, you know, pretty close. Where are we headed here? Yeah, we're trying to get over to the tower. Probably would have been better off approaching it from the north. I think we're going to have to go around a little bit. Of course we can't surmount that, that would be too easy. But see, that's what I meant when I said that I don't think we can even get into this tower. That's probably why the guy is outside over here on the terrace. Which is kind of a shame. Looks like it would be pretty cool inside there if they designed it inside, but that's the whole point, isn't it? So they didn't design an interior.
What can I do for you?
The long-lost Book of the Ancients. I will ensure this book is passed on to the High Council. You've done well today, and for that you are to be thanked, as a hero should be thanked, with a new pair of shoulders.
Be careful.
And sadly, that's all he has for us. I swear they start some of the coolest chains, and then they don't really go anywhere, and other chains that aren't that interesting sometimes seem to drag out. But yeah, there's our new shoulder pads. Sufficiently funky as all vanilla shoulder pads have ever been, because yeah, geez. Look at those. Alright, and then I'm going to take us back to the island, and we will pop the chest. I'm going to try to find the satchel before we open the chest, but we will see how that goes. Alright, oh, well, we just got the item here finally off of this Slitherblade Sea Witch, so that's great. Let's go over here now and we will use the keys to pop the chest open. And then I think we might be able to hearth back to Nigel's Point. That would be nice if we didn't have to do the swim across again. This guy is not gonna let us just stand here and stick our heads inside of a chest and ignore us, though. So let's take him out. These guys have been dropping a lot of greater healing potions, for which I am grateful. We could probably also make a bunch as soon as we get some more leaded vials, but right now we're good. Chest opens, and we get a shield that we are probably just going to sell. Oh, we get both items. Okay. Well, that's fine. That also did not chain into anything else, and then all we have left to turn in is the Cardinal Shipwreck, the satchel. So let's go ahead and hearth back. And I think what we'll do is we have another quest to the south to kill 30 Ravagers. We'll try to work on the reagents. When we do the long run to the south, we have to go all the way down here somewhere, I think, to fight the undead. And we should be able to find at least the Scorpashi venom on the way. The aged Kodo might be more specific. We already have 1 out of 3 and 3 out of 7.
Interest you on a pint?
No offense to whoever Nigel is, but this camp ain't the most comfortable place. I've spent a night, if you know what I mean. Okay. This is great. You found Cardinal's belongings. Those blasted Naga, always causing trouble. I think I'd rather spend my life at war with the Horde than have to go against their kind. You've done a great service to the Reclaimers. Take Cardinal's things back to Roten in Ironforge and he'll pay you for a job well done. If you're not careful, he's going to be so pleased with you that he'll ask you to join us full time. Be careful on your way back and don't take too much time. Cardinal's not the most of patient of men. He's not the most of patient of men, but he's very generous nonetheless. Again, just an editing pass, please.
Be good.
Or even send it to peer review before you put it in the game. I don't know. Alright, that being said, I think we are going to take a little bit of a break here. I think that gave me some things to run around and do. It wants me to go to Ironforge and get that turned in. This one, we need to go talk to one of the Centaur. This is to Dalaran. But yeah, I think next time when we come back, maybe we'll head south and work on the Ravagers. That is a little bit of a grindy quest. Like, I think we have to kill 30 of them or something. Down this... Yeah, we have to kill 30 undead Ravagers. Maybe I'll do that on my own. And then we're going to do this one. I'm going to check this out one more time at some point near the wagons to see if we can find the NPC. It's clearly some kind of escort quest that somebody must have already had ongoing when we found it. So, Centaur Ears, yeah, sure. And then anything interesting going on back in Stranglethorn, we could try to find a group for Colonel Curzon. That might be okay. And then we have to find the other tablets here. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here and for all the support that you've shown the series. Really does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth somewhere soon. Bye now.